There's a quiet kind of luxury in shopping like the French. Not rushing, not overthinking, just letting the season tell you what to cook. Join me today as I shop at the French market, make a homemade delicious tart and learn how to wear a scarf the French way. This Friday the market was full of late spring vegetables, courgettes, cherry tomatoes, a touch of basil, and immediately I knew today we're making a French tart. The kind that's unfussy, flavourful and perfect for lunch with a green salad and a homemade French dressing. So once I've taken you round the market with me, I'll take you back home to my kitchen and show you how I make this tart.
Merci.
It was my friend Marjolaine, who lives down in Marseille, who taught me this over 20 years ago, and I've been making it ever since. I wasn't planning on buying any strawberries today, but these looked far too good to miss.
C'est vous qui les récoltez personnellement?
Oui, tout à fait.
Merci.
Encore trop jeune.
Ah oui.
Merci, au revoir monsieur.
Whenever I shop at the market, I always end up buying far more than I plan to, but how can you resist?
Je crois qu'il a faim. Je crois qu'il a faim.
Devant ce stand, il a trop faim.
Ah oui, je vois ça, il est trop mignon.
Salaud, j'ai arrêté de lui dire de descendre parce que...
Ah bah oui, il y a de la viande. Il y a de la viande, hein.
Oh là là, oh là là.
I bumped into my friend Magali from Shopping Mag. I've linked her shop below. She's brilliant and she can always help me out with style tips. And today she's going to show us how to wear a scarf the French way.
Pas trop Alex que j'ai, et ça se met un peu comme un cow-boy. Comme un cow-boy. Je m'explique.
C'est un vrai art en fait.
Elle est forte, elle est forte.
Comme ça. Hein? Tu retrouves ton bout là. C'est difficile. Tu refais ton petit nœud en dessous.
Ah bah voilà.
Et tu refais dépasser pour pas que l'étiquette se voie.
C'est joli, hein.
Merci madame.
Voilà. Et vous avez les carrés pour faire hôtesse de l'air.
Ah bah faut être hôtesse de l'air là par contre.
Non, mais on fait un peu...
T'es hôtesse de l'air maintenant?
Je suis hôtesse de l'air dans mes moments perdus. Donc là, ça va pas du tout avec.
Ah oui, ça ont ça exactement, oui exact.
Ça,
Avec
c'est
le
très
petit
tendance.
avec le petit chapeau.
Voilà, bon, le petit chapeau, je l'ai pas. Mais ça fait très tendance. Bon, après, avec la veste. Voilà.
I bought that second scarf that she showed me. I can't wait to wear it with a white shirt and my brown leather jacket. I love how the French often finish off their outfits with a beautifully tied scarf. It's a great simple accessory and it's perfect for this time of year when there's still a bit of a chill in the air. So I'm just picking up a piece of delicious goat's cheese and some feta before I head home to make lunch. So back from the market, I've got a shopping bag full of lovely fresh vegetables. So I'm going to make a quick lunch for the three of us. And I think the perfect lunch to use up the courgettes and tomatoes will be a tarte à la courgette tomate. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. This delicious tart took me just half an hour to throw together, so I'll show you how to make it now from start to finish. It's just perfect for a lunch with a salad. There'll be three of us this lunchtime because every other Friday my daughter finishes school at midday. So you want to use T110 semi-complete or semi-whole grain flour. This gives the pastry a lovely crunchy texture. For 4 or 5 people, I used 180 grams of flour. Then add 65 millilitres of organic olive oil. Next up, you'll want to add 65 millilitres of water, the same amount. First of all, mix it with a wooden spoon in the bowl and then get your hands in there and give it a good mix. For years I would buy my pastry ready-made at the supermarket, and then I learned how to make it and realised how quick and easy it is and how much more delicious it is as well. To keep things nice and easy, just put your baking sheet directly where you're going to roll the dough. Then you don't have to worry about peeling it off and lifting it. So you want to roll your pastry out nice and thin to about 3 or 4 millimeters of thickness, so it's nice and crispy and crusty when it's cooked. Then you can just lift up your pastry and pop it onto the baking tray. Just fill in any spaces with any extra pieces from around the edge. If you're a fan of pesto, you can spread a thin layer of that onto the pastry before you add the cheese. I didn't have any today, so I just started straight away with the cheddar cheese, which is great because it absorbs some of the moisture from the courgettes. Now time to prepare your vegetables, so I just cut the end off the courgettes and then cut really nice thin slices so that they cook quickly. And do the same with the tomatoes, cut them into slices of about 3 or 4 and use a serrated edge knife for the tomatoes, it's so much easier to cut them this way. Now this is my favourite part, where you get to arrange the courgettes slightly overlapping and covering the whole of the base of your tart. For the tomatoes you can use cherry tomatoes, which is what I found today at the market, or you can use bigger ones, it really doesn't matter. And you can cover the whole of the tart or just add a few like I'm doing here. Now it's time to use that beautiful feta cheese that I found today at the market and just sprinkle it, crumble it in your fingers and sprinkle it across the top of your tart. Next you want to cut your mozzarella into slices and then break it into chunks and put those across the top as well. You can also use packaged, already shredded pizza mozzarella. It works just as well, but I prefer the fresh stuff personally. Now for some delicious flavour, you'll want to add some oregano over the top. And I sprinkle this on very generously because I absolutely love it, but you can do it to your taste, of course. Now just pop it in the oven at about 185 degrees Celsius or 365 degrees Fahrenheit for around 20 to 25 minutes. I like to have this tart with a green salad, so here's how I make my vinaigrette sauce. Start with a few shakes of olive oil. Next up, a few shakes of balsamic vinegar. Then you want to add about a teaspoonful of whole grain or old style mustard. Next, add a couple of shakes of table salt and some black pepper. Then give it a good mix together with a fork and then it's ready to add over your salad. Et voilà, bon appétit! On my way home from the market today, I stopped off to film this beautiful Abbey for you. This is the church where we actually got married, and I couldn't believe it when my husband said that he'd like us to get married here. It's more like a cathedral. But everyone was absolutely adorable and really helped us to plan it all and everything, so it wasn't actually as daunting as it looks. Have a quick look inside. 15 years ago I walked along this aisle with my husband. No, I walked down here with my dad and then met my husband at the end, and we've had almost 15 years of happy marriage ever since. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see more of this beautiful Abbey, and if you would like me to tell you a little bit about how Catholicism has influenced French culture over the years. Next week I'll be using up some more of the courgettes I bought at the market and showing you how to make a delicious courgette soup with only 3 ingredients. If you're interested to know a little bit more about how I lost my way and found it again through becoming an artist in France, then you'll probably enjoy this video next. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, Please click the subscribe button and the little bell. It really helps my channel and it's completely free. Until next time, à bientôt!